Well, I got the 2007 Chevy Suburban here. This is the one that I bought. Remember, I bought this last year. If you guys have been following the channel long enough, it's going to be a project vehicle, but also at the same time, family vehicle. And this vehicle showed to only have 109,000 miles on it when I bought it. And after I bought it, took it to the shop where I was the general manager at and ran the Carfax on it. Found out that it was actually earlier last year it was serviced in Waukegan, Illinois with 179,000 miles on it. So somebody had done the old cluster swapperoo on me. But it does look like it has a newer transmission and torque converter and stuff in it, which is good. I freshened up some things after I got it. I put about another $2,000 into it. I bought this thing for about $5,800, $5,500, $5,800. I forget what it was. You have to go back and see that video. And it just runs absolutely flawless. I've resealed a lot of stuff on it where there were oil leaks, and one of the things was the oil pan, so that's not leaking at all anymore. I did the pickup tube O-ring, I did all that stuff. Gasket for what provisions on the side of the pan are the hookups for an oil cooler. This doesn't have that set up, so there's no oil cooler lines on it. You could add it if you wanted to, but it's not necessary if you're not towing and beating on the thing all the time. We just use it as a long distance traveler, and then maybe once a week drive it somewhere. Other than that, we don't put a ton of miles on it. After I did all the work, got everything just crystal clear, perfect, AC condenser, all the oil leaks, got the engine cleaned out real good, serviced the transmission multiple times just to make sure I got fresh fluid in there, flushed the coolant and stuff out of it. Everything done, I thought I was in the clear. Ended up with a rear main seal leak, and you could slowly see it drip as the vehicle was running. So I topped it off about a week and a half ago, and I'm trying to buy some time until the season at work slows down, because it's going to be a 6-7 hour job for me to pull this transmission, reseal everything, put it back together, do the stuff that I want to do, take into account if I break any bolts and stuff. So I need time that I don't have. And let's check this oil real quick. And we are down towards the lower portion of the stick. So we're almost a quart low in a week and a half. Not quite there yet. So I'll clean this and check it again. Alright, I cleaned it off. Let's pull it back out and check it again. Yeah. The lower portion of the hash marks. So we're about 3/4 quart low. This is a product that's been around for a long time. It's for engines, transmissions, differentials, power steering pumps, or reservoirs, whatever, pumps, hydraulic systems. Just not for the brakes. Nothing for the brakes. And it basically says full 8-ounce bottle will treat capacity of 6, which whatever effectiveness it has, depending on the severity of how the seal is the results that you'll get. So 6 quarts of something is what this will treat, and this is a 6-quart system, so we only need 1 bottle. It's like $20 a bottle. This stuff is real old. It's resealed. It says if within 5 hours of use, if the leak is still continuing, you're gonna have to seek professional repairs at that point. So we're gonna go ahead and dump this in here, top it off with oil, and drive it, see what happens. Now this stuff has been around for a long time, and you've heard people like Project Farm and Scotty Kilmer and stuff talk about it, and they actually say this stuff, it's one of the only products on the market that actually does what it says it does. Like if the dried up seal, if the seal condition is extremely bad, this stuff will work. So we'll see. Let's check the oil level now, top it off, and then run it. Let's see what we got here. We're about halfway up the stick now with the AT205 in there, so we probably need just about a half a quart of oil, maybe less, and we'll be topped off. Let's do that real quick and I'll be back. Okay, we only did a quarter of a quart instead of a half, and it actually went to the full mark, so we are completely full right now. Now it's time to run the vehicle, get the product moving through it. The oil that I have in this vehicle right now is Valvoline, the Restore and Protect, but what I decided to do is take some of their high mileage and dump in there with it. I know they're not blended exactly the same, but I had this on the shelf, and high mileage oils have, especially the enhanced max life technology, they have a little bit more esters in them than regular oil, so this can actually help the AT205 do its job in rejuvenating that seal. So throwing a little bit of this in there to top it off is not that big of a deal. Let's go down here now, since we just started it up, and see if we can see any of the drips from the back of the engine. You can see on the sway bar how it's got the little drips across it. Yeah, that's from oil leaking out the rear main seal. The black oily looking stuff is fluid film. I fluid filmed the frame of this thing to stop it from rotting out. Well, we'll run it and see if anything gets worse. With the AT205, all I can do is get better. Can't get any worse. So we'll see. Stay tuned for part 2.